So, but what I'm saying is, yeah, pharmaceuticals didn't want it either. It was but so that one went down in a blaze of glory, literally.
The one I did like, and I think it's the one that Mike was asking about, is a lot of people said, you know, your vote doesn't count. I heard this yesterday. I heard a lot of people talking about that. And I want to say that your vote did count. Because in Anaheim, the voters got together and they voted to ban red light cameras. Okay, do you know what that means? That means people said, you know what, I don't want a ticket from the stupid camera anymore. They voted, they got it. That's change, people.
There you go. Hey, but do you have a count on that? Because I was looking at some of the results yesterday. They were ridiculous how some of the numbers were 4,000 total votes, you know. And when you look at the percentage, you're like, wow, you know, got 79% of the vote. 4,000 people showed up.
Yeah. So, but is that for like
no, I don't remember exactly.
But is it like for a district, you know, that maybe only had 5,000 people?
No, I mean, I don't know of a district.
Well, like in Santa Fe Springs, they had that utility tax that passed, right?
Right.
There's 20,000 residents and 2,100 voted. So 10% of the people, you know.
But what's funny is when I was looking at the percentages yesterday when I was watching the news, and they're flashing all these different things, and you see how, oh, it overwhelmingly won, you know, 79% of the vote. You look to the right, it's like 1,600 votes.
Yeah.
Right. You're like, come on. I mean,
it's like for Senate too. In some of the small states, like in Alaska, they were talking. You know, they had these 3 people running. This guy had like 15,000 votes. You know, 20,000, and the winner had like 32 or something like that. It's like, wow.
Yeah, I know, for the entire state, so some huge numbers.
Did you guys all get out and vote?
Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah.
I got made fun of because I did it early in the mail. I wanted to make sure it got done. So, you know, Mike makes fun of me because he says, you know, it's your God-given right to go vote, but you can't even go to the polls.
You didn't even get a sticker.
I didn't get.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's why I voted. I didn't vote for the policies.
I just wanted a sticker. I want a sticker. That sticker gets you a lot of ass. You're like, the girls be like, "Oh, you sexy. You voted."
And discounts at all these restaurants now. So you bring in your sticker, you get a discount, 15% off your ticket. Yeah, on Facebook, there are a lot of places posting that.
Yeah, so no, I voted by mail ahead of time.
El Torito's, a couple of hotel restaurants are giving out their grill and stuff like that.
I know the Comedy Store was giving out free entrance to the main room too, or to the original room when you had your I voted sticker on.
Really?
So, yep.
Wow. So, you know, here we are.
So you could have stood in front of the store just selling the little
So Brown's our new governor. Boxer is still in office.
Yep.
Gavin Newsom's our lieutenant governor. Yeah! That man made gay marriage legal. I don't know why I'm so excited about that.
Hey,
you're pretty excited about
You're
that.
very excited. And
I know. I just moved away from you like, wow, are you serious? He's like, yeah!
It's just because I have a picture with me and the governor.
You know what's so funny though is that people on Facebook, you see the anger and their postings and stuff, like, go out and vote, get out and vote. And then, as your candidates were losing, I cannot believe you put these people in office. You asked everyone to go out and vote, and then now that your candidate's losing, you're all upset about it. You know
what's funny? I could not agree with you more. My big thing is, you know, in our family, and you know, Mike B. over here has been a part of the family for 20 years. We live for these fights. And our family is polarized. You know, it's half and half. I mean, we have some huge arguments playing cards. It's great fun. We live for it. We invite it. And our whole thing is just get out and vote. I mean, again, I don't have to agree with you, but I think you should at least go out and do it.
Right.
And what was so funny is Mike and I were talking about some of the things yesterday. You know, for those of you following in Vegas, Harry Reid was able to hang on to his seat, you know, against Engel. You know, Fiorina and Whitman didn't get to buy the election after all with all the money they spent.
Thank God that Fiorina is
easy.
Not a nice lady. She was actually very rude to my grandfather, so I don't like her for that personal reason.
That's for the governor?
That was for the Senate.
For the Senate. She was going up against Boxer.
That lets you know how much I know.
Sorry.
But you know, you see her commercials too, and honestly, I thought she was running for like a model show, the way her handwriting. You know, their handwriting on, I thought it was like a magazine or something. I'm running for like a cover of an editor or a cover page or something.
Well, you know, but again, what I was telling Mike, like with her, but it's so funny that, again, however people voted, I know, for those of you that went out, I applaud you. I'm glad you got out there. If your candidate won, great. If it didn't, like a lot of mine, well, sucks to be us today. But, you know, we're in America, we live with it. But what was so funny is how people vote strictly based on the commercials.
That's it. And they don't know anything about the issues.
None of it. Yeah. So what was so funny is I know that Mike and I, we were part of a few conversations where people were attacking Fiorina. And again, you know, I wasn't moved either way on her. I mean, when she ran the company, you know, all you saw was the commercials of 30,000 jobs, 30,000 jobs, 30,000 jobs. You know, there was a lot of other issues behind that. But, I mean, in the fact that she was callous and cold in some of her commercials, I think that one fact is what buried her with a lot of people in this economy.
Well, I think people also coupled them with what happened on Wall Street as well. You know, they consider them big business, taking the little man's money and all that. I think they packaged them all together still, and people were tired of that. Especially when they talked about the money that Fiorina got. I don't think she needed $100 million. I don't think she needed all these jets. You know, I mean that. I mean, people right now just are tired of that stuff with Wall Street and everything.
That just lets you know everything you've done in your past will come back to haunt you.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that me hugging that little bear in the woods. I hope that doesn't.
Hey, Ocean, what was it? Not that show, bro. It's not that show, man.
I'm sorry.
Dr. Laura's later on today, okay?
That's the 5 o'clock show.
But no, I'm serious about the way that commercials, like you were saying, the commercials are what makes people vote a certain way. Because when I didn't even know who won, but I just kept asking all my friends. So it wasn't the girl that made you lose 30,000 jobs, right?
Right.
And so that just lets you know that it's all. I didn't even know who was running. Basically, I just knew the girl that made people lose 30,000 jobs. 30,000 jobs, and she went and bought a yacht. Was not the girl I wanted.
All right.
See,
There you
Unless
go.
I was going to marry
what's
her.
even
I
more
wanted to be on that
ridiculous
yacht.
is the number of people who then get turned off by the time election day arrives
Like
because
me.
they've already seen 400 commercials and they're like, I'm just so sick and disgusted by all of this. They don't even want to participate in the process.
That's
anymore.
like me. Neither one of those people inspired me to go vote.
Well,
nothing,
it's like-
nothing on the ballot inspired me to go vote.
You know, the sad thing is the candidates I know most about in this past election is the one that everybody thought was a witch. You know what I mean?
O'Donnell.
Oh, she-
exactly.
she got
that's
clobbered.
not. That's not. And she got clobbered by a coon.
Yeah.
Literally,
Literally.
the guy's name that won is
Coons.
Coons.
Right.
Right. So it was Coons or witches in West Virginia, and that's the only thing I really knew about this election.
Sure, but again, why did you know? Because the media
Did it exactly.
sensationalized
So it
that
becomes. It's sad that we know more about the couple Senate races on the other side of the country than most people knew about what was going on in their own backyard and who to vote for.
What I want to know is why is it that when Ocean was talking about hugging a bear in the woods, he looked at you?
Because I have it on video.
Oh, okay, there you go.
This is not that kind of show.
I don't know. I just,
All right,
anyways.
that was
You're right, though. You're right. It was
You know,
about
so
a
what
witch
was-
and a coon.
One of the comments that it's all over the media is how like the Democrats took a shellacking from the Republicans in the vote. And Mike and I were talking yesterday, and I again Mike
Shellacking. What is shellac? I mean,
What? How many seats did the power shifted? Right? Because I'm sorry, last time
yeah,
I
in
looked,
the Congress and the
Holding
House,
House,
right.
like they gained like 6 seats or something like that, was it? Or
In the
10
Senate?
seats, I think, right?
10 seats?
No,
10
in the
seats?
Senate, they're up to like 7.
So,
But it's
the,
still
the Democrats still going to have
control,
the
right?
Senate. Yeah.
okay, so it's not like a total,
Right.
like everybody thought it was going to go totally Republican, right?
Right,
And that they were going to, so
No, right. So you
because I really haven't read the paper because I was trying to get ready for your show this morning. So
Awesome.
I don't know the whole results.
Hey, Todd, unless you got up at 1:30,
Hey, I work.
you could. I mean, but what I was going to say about all of that is, Mike and I were talking about it briefly last night, getting ready for today's show. And again, Mike B is a junkie when it comes. He's on talk radio 24/7 on his XFM or whatever, and he's listening to all of the shows. And one of the things that he kept commenting to me, because I tell him that in some respects, this is what the Dems get. I said I mean I wanted the elections to go out there, I wanted people to vote, but they brought it on themselves. And of course, his first reaction is a lot of explicitives that we can't say on the air. And he's like, it's the hardest working house ever. And because he's so well informed and so well read about it. So I thought, okay, in all fairness, I don't follow it as strongly as you. I'm going to go online and get ready for today's show. I was telling him how the House is considered the hardest working House since I forget what year. 420 bills have been passed. But what's funny?
He said 420.
Yep.
420.
420. Yeah, I knew he would like that one. But what was so funny about that is you had to dig deep and looking for it online.
yeah, where do you find that? Bills passed by Congress or what?
No, what was funny, so I started with Google News, Yahoo News. I went to the big
You
ones.
should try C-SPAN, man.
Well, the problem is, though, even on C-SPAN, it is so buried because it turns out, and the only thing that Mike conceded to was that the Dems did such a poor job of delivering their message that nobody knows there are 420 bills stalled for the amount of work they've done in the last 18 to 24 months.
Yeah, but when we come back, we'll talk more about that, and we'll talk a little bit more to
Wow,
Loud
did you just
Todd
get
and
conged
Ocean.
out?
So we can,
They just brought on the music and played you off like the Oscars.
This is the three
See
guys
why I don't
red.
like the brown people? See how it goes? You get called it out. You know what I mean?
we'll be right back after the break.
They just put us on an island. They're like, oh, it's going political. still can't get over there.
Bro, it's got to be your machine because we're both surfing.
People are like, I see you. Like, so they tune in. That's good.
Right there.
The camera.
You can wave
That
it
one,
down.
the
Look
camera
at it.
there,
top of your
that one's
head,
on
man.
right now, and then Arvin will post this
Where-
later on the
where-
Three Guys Right
Where are
Facebook.
we at?
Well,
Right
that
there.
camera.
Hi.
This one will be on later on.
Oh, they be tweeting at us?
And then,
By the way, thank you, gentlemen, for rolling with us on this one because
It is election day.
it's an issue that Mike and I take to heart big time, man. And we could have been here since 6 o'clock this morning,
Talk about it.
arguing with everybody and their grandma calling in because I mean,
No, yeah, but we'll get in a little bit into what you got going.
yes, let's cover you in the next segment so we don't make sure that we don't lose what you
And then,
came for.
I mean, since you're gonna put us in the show, so we're gonna cover you. And then,
We are, man. We totally need some people to work craft services.
And those burritos are fucking amazing.
Oh, that's
Right.
cool.
Come on, you guys got a best taco truck, right?
I hope this isn't being broadcast.
The Three Guys taco truck, right?
can
Wow.
you hear us, Arvin?
Arvin?
Yeah,
Don't you
can.
guys have? Isn't that last time I was here? That guy commented like we were a restaurant.
Recorder. That would be, yeah. That would be a good
That'd be us, man. Manny Mo and Jack's taco truck.
Nah, I probably forgot to turn
Turn
on
it off
the
in
light.
here just in case. He's always, look at him. Busy with his Facebook and the other madness instead of making sure the light's off and. Wow.
He's an internship.
Yeah, he's something, all right.
He's the producer.
No, I'm just playing.
Oh no, it's okay. You can really kill him. It's all good. We encourage it.
All right. Why don't you? Let's turn it off completely.
So it's just so you know, it's a pilot that I'm shooting. It's like a urban talk soup, Todd Dave Chappelle type show. So that's what it is.
It's
not
So
a
if you
cable-
want to ask me, I can.
It's for a
explain it.
cable network
For
or
a cable network.
are they gonna give you the
So you need
25
some- so you
million
need some
that they
Latinos in
walked off on?
custody.
50.
Huh?
50. Hey, brother. Can you make sure you turn off the light so we know when we're clear? I turned it off for you over here because.
Hey, no.